This isn't just about racing anymore. This is about legacy, family, and a decision that could reshape one of the most dominant careers in modern motorsports. Kyle Larson just revealed something that should have every NASCAR fan paying attention, because his future, it might not be decided by trophies, contracts, or even championships, but by his kids. Let's break this down. For years, Larson has been one of the most versatile and successful drivers in the world. We're talking about a guy who has dominated NASCAR while still tearing up dirt tracks across the country. A Cup Series champion, a multi-time winner at iconic events like the Knoxville Nationals and the Kings Royal, a driver who didn't just succeed, he redefined what it means to be elite across disciplines. But here's the headline: Larson is no longer chasing everything. Back in 2018, he made waves by openly talking about stepping away from NASCAR before turning 40 to pursue sprint car racing full-time. That didn't sit well with everyone. Some fans questioned his loyalty. Others thought NASCAR was just a stepping stone for him. Larson pushed back hard on that narrative. He made it clear he loves NASCAR, the competition, the fans, the culture. This wasn't a guy looking for an exit. This was a racer who simply wanted to do more. Fast forward to today, and everything has changed. Now at 33 years old, Larson is approaching what he calls his next milestone, age 40, but instead of doubling down on future goals, he's pulling back. He's already accomplished what most drivers spend entire careers chasing: championships, crown jewel wins, dominance across multiple formats, and now he's questioning what's left to prove. And here's the twist: he's no longer convinced that chasing a sprint car championship even matters. That's a massive shift. Think about it. For years, that goal was part of his identity. It was something he openly talked about, something fans expected him to pursue. But now Larson is essentially saying, what does that really add to my legacy? That's not hesitation. That's evolution. And the biggest factor driving that change, his family. Larson openly admitted that his kids, Owen, Audrey, and Cooper, will play a major role in what comes next. Whether he continues pushing a packed racing schedule or starts stepping away could depend entirely on what they want to do with their own lives. That's not something you hear often at this level of competition. Because let's be real, elite athletes don't usually slow down voluntarily, especially not at Larson's level, especially not while still performing at a championship level. But this isn't about performance, it's about priorities. And strategically, this changes everything. If Larson reduces his racing schedule, it could impact not just NASCAR, but the entire racing ecosystem around him. He's not just a driver, he's a draw, a headline, a competitor that raises the level of every field he enters. Less Larson means fewer marquee moments, fewer cross-discipline appearances, and potentially a shift in how teams and sponsors view long-term investments. But there's also a flip side. If he maintains this balanced schedule he keeps talking about, it might actually extend his peak years. Less burnout, more focus, higher efficiency on race weekends. In other words, fewer races, better results. That's a dangerous combination for everyone else. Now let's talk risk. Walking away even partially always comes with uncertainty. Momentum is everything in motorsports. Once you step off the gas, it's not always easy to get back to full speed. And there's another layer here, the next generation. Larson hinted that his kids may pursue racing themselves. If that happens, his role could shift from competitor to mentor, from driver to builder of something bigger. That's not a retirement story. That's a transition, and fans are already split. Some respect it. They see a driver who's accomplished everything and is choosing family over endless competition. They call it maturity. Others, they're not ready to let go. They want more wins, more dominance, more history. Because let's be honest, Kyle Larson walking away even partially leaves a void that's not easily filled. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Let's look ahead. Best case scenario? Larson keeps racing at a high level in NASCAR, maintains a selective dirt schedule, and finds that perfect balance. He extends his career, stays competitive, and maybe even adds more championships to his resume, all while being present for his family. That's the ideal ending. Controlled, strategic, legacy fully intact. Worst case scenario, he starts scaling back too early, loses rhythm, loses that edge, and before fans even realize it, one of the greatest drivers of this era quietly fades out instead of going out on top. That's the risk, and that's why this moment matters. because this isn't just about whether Larson races sprint cars full-time anymore. It's about how one of the best drivers in the world defines the final chapter of his career. So now the question is yours. If you're Kyle Larson, do you keep chasing greatness at full speed, or do you step back while you're still on top and let the next chapter begin? Drop your take below, because this decision, it's going to shape the future of NASCAR more than people realize. And if you're watching this unfold, you already know this story is far from over.